Welcome to No Filter, No Fence, the space where I say what needs to be said without sugarcoating, without holding it back. It's just me, the mic, and the truth. Raw, real, and ready to challenge the way we think, live, and love. Let's get into it. This is the Hello Mama series, episode number 2. Do you see her? Hey, what's up, fellas? Welcome back to the Hello Mama series. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't this for the moms? It is. But today, this one's for the men who love those moms. Because, see, I've been thinking lately, maybe you have too, how easy it is to just move through life side by side with the woman you love without really seeing her. I'm talking about your wife, your babe, your partner, the mother of your children, the one who's given her body, her sleep, and her time, even her identity to this thing we call family. Somewhere along the way, maybe we forgot to look and maybe we just stopped seeing her just in general. So today I want to talk to you about that. I want you to slow down for a moment though. And I want you to invite yourself to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, do I really see her? Now, before we go any further, you already know what the rules are. Hello, mama. We see you. And I don't mind telling you that we see you. This episode, though, is going to be for the guys because it's important that we take time to make sure your special guy is taking the time to see you too. The shift from lover to co manager. Let's talk about it. Before the babies came and before the bills piled up, before we became co CEOs of this little household operation, we were just lovers. I remember in relationships, well, my relationship, when things was nothing but an adventure. Sex when we wanted it, all the fixings. I'm sure that there's other fellas out here that remember those times too. I remember when we used to take time to actually look at each other, not just, across the room while we're trying to manage all this chaos, but actually sat and looked each other in the eyes. I remember when we flirted and when we planned and when we touched without a baby monitor crackling in the background. Y'all remember that? But, life started happening. Things started getting faster, and now sometimes we pass like coworkers in a busy office. And I have to be honest, you know what that transaction looks like. It's the handoff of the baby, the run to the grocery store, or the tired nod at 9:45 p.m. when you're both too beat for anything but sleep. It happens to the best of us. And guess what? It's nobody's fault. It's just real life. But real life doesn't mean we stop being intentional. So here's my question again, fellas. Do you see her? Not just as the mother of your kids, but as the woman she still is underneath all those titles. You see, when kids' careers, commitments pile up, and the romance slip into the background like a faded photo, we become partners in operations rather than partners in affection. It's not that the love is gone, it's just buried under the piles of laundry or the endless to do lists of taking John to sports and the mental load of keeping the family afloat. You see, the danger is when we start interacting like business partners, making transactions with one another or trying to keep things efficient and to the point. You're only concerned about things like, did the water bill get paid? Or don't forget about your mom's birthday, or, the baby's out of Pampers, or we need more milk. Before long, the hugs become replaced with high fives and date nights become a distant memory. But here's the truth. A healthy marriage needs more than good teamwork. It needs intentional tenderness. You see, co managing a family is important, but it can never replace intimacy that drew you all together. So, fellas, I do have a challenge for you. I know it's a little early in the show, but there's a challenge. And I want you to say to yourself, what would happen if this week I treated my spouse less like my co manager and more like my lover again? And see, that can be kind of fun, right? Because you can go back to sending the flirty texts or stealing the kiss in the kitchen, grabbing her butt when the kids aren't looking. I mean, if she's into that. talking about dreams instead of bills and deadlines. Because, see, you can pay bills with a roommate, but passion, that takes a partner who still sees the other person. And you have to make sure that you're not placing your wife into the position of a household staff member. So, my question to you again, do you see her? Because guess what? We didn't sign up just to manage life together. We signed up to live it, love it, and yes, light it on fire every once in a while. The invisible load that she carries, let's talk about that. Now, I don't know your wife personally, but I bet she's carrying a lot more than you realize. Not because you don't care, but because some of the weight she's holding, it's invisible. See, our wives, they have a mental load. They're thinking about things like, what's for dinner? When's the next doctor's appointment? Did I sign that school form and put it back in his book bag? Is she developing on time? Do we have enough snacks for the week? Did I return the email to her teacher? She has an emotional load that she's carrying. It's called emotional labor. Trying to keep the peace in the household, absorbing everybody's mood in the house, making sure birthdays feel special, trying not to lose herself in the process. That's emotional labor. And listen, bro, this ain't about trying to put guilt upon you. This is really about trying to raise our level of awareness so that we can be present in our wives' lives without perfection. Because sometimes what our wives need most isn't a grand gesture. It's just that they want to be seen. And this series is all about how we do that intentionally. See, there is power in paying attention. Noticing the way her shoulders slump at the end of the day, the tired look in her eyes when she's folding laundry again, that silence in her voice when she's too weary to argue. Y'all, that's like death. See, it's not always loud. Sometimes it's subtle, but it's there. Maybe she hasn't had time to wash her hair in 3 days, and maybe she used all of her makeup and hadn't had time to, put her face on like she used to. Maybe she used to dress up and get real cute and wear the fitted jeans and the thongs and all those things. But now she's like, you know what? I'll take comfort over anything. Maybe she used to laugh loudly and now she just smiles a little bit. The question is, are you paying attention? Because if not, you'll miss the signs. And if we miss them long enough, she'll start to think that nobody notices. So that's why I'm here today. I'm here to say, brothers, listen, we have to pay attention. We have to see her. And when we see, we need to learn to speak, not with critique, but with compassion. See, we need to learn how to tell our wives that they're doing a great job without telling them that they're doing a great job, but showing them that we appreciate what it is that they do for our families. We need to be able to say, I see how hard you work to hold this house together, but express it to them in a way that they feel it. You see, they need to know that they are more than enough. They need to know that they still take your breath away. Because guess what? Words and actions, they matter. Your presence, it matters. Your wife needs to be your priority. Because if she's taking care of the family, you need to be taking care of her. You see, we don't have to always fix it. We need to learn how to witness it with her. Okay? See, and that takes the time to pay attention. Okay? Because presence matters. Look, I get it. We're fixers, right? That's what we men do. We fix things. We want to solve things. We want to offer plans and we want to get things done. We're always talking about the strategy of how things are going to be done. But sometimes what your woman needs isn't a solution. She needs your witness. She needs your partnership. She needs your presence. She needs your comfort. She needs your security. Someone to see her pain, her effort, her joy, the struggle, somebody that can give her space where she feels safe. And sometimes that means that the gesturing may be sitting next to her, holding her hand, listening when she's venting, rubbing her feet as she's watching her favorite show, and not offering advice unless she asks for it. You see, you don't have to carry everything for her, but you can help feel like she's not carrying it alone. And that's what we call love in motion. Seeing her as a woman and not as a mom is extremely important. I'll be real with you. This one hit me hard. Sometimes we start seeing our wives only as mothers, but she was a woman first. Like before she was a mother, she was a woman first. She had her own dreams. She had her own passions. She had personalities before diapers and drop offs. And honestly, she still does. Do you ask her about those things anymore? Like, do you really take time to ask her about the things that aren't about her responsibilities as a mom? What's something you miss doing that you haven't done in a while? Has she heard that from you? Like, what's lighting you up lately, baby? What do you need from me this weekend? Because, see, moms are always thinking about what everybody else needs. See, when's the last time you took the time, rather, to flirt with her intentionally? When did you plan something just for her and not for the kids or for the family? When was the last time that you took time to see her as a queen and not just as a teammate? See, we can't expect for her to keep pouring from an empty cup if we never help to refill it, which is why I'm calling you to action today. I'm calling you to see her beyond the surface, beyond her mommy responsibilities, beyond your wife in the house of ensuring that you have your dinner and those types of things. I want you to really take time to see her. So this is the challenge for you. I want you to take 10 minutes to sit with her. No distractions, no TV, no phone, no nothing. Ask her how she's really doing. Tell her something that you appreciate that she doesn't expect to hear from you. And you can gesture, you do a little something like touch her face and look her deeply in her eyes. Speak life to her, not just responsibility. See, you need to learn to show her that she is visible, that you're not invisible to me, but I see you. I haven't forgotten about who you are. You're still my girl. You need to let your presence soften her stress, and you need to let your attention become her safety. See, this is the work of love. This is what love looks like in real time. Not flowers on Valentine's Day, not a card once a year, but daily gentle seeing her. And to every mama that's listening, if you played this for your man or you need to hear it for yourself, you know what I love to say. We see you. You are sacred. You are stunning. You are not failing. And you are not alone. To my brothers out there, let's lead with love. Let's serve with softness. And let's see our wives again. Because when we see her, she breathes again. And when she breathes, the whole house rises with her. This is the Hello Mama series, but today, it's Hello Dad. And I hope you answered. Fellas, don't just look at her, see her. See her heart, see her hustle, see her humanity. And ladies, know that your presence is worth truly being noticed. This has been the Hello Mama series, where we keep it real about love, family, and balance in between. If this conversation spoke to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a review, share it with someone who needs the reminder. Until next time, keep seeing each other. Peace and love.